Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today you find us actually in Pluckley village, which is not too far from where I live, probably about a couple of miles, so I'm very close by to it. But let's say this is the village. I thought I'd just bring you along and take a look at the village itself, and also Pluckley Church. Beautiful pub, they call it Black Horse, actually just by the church, and you can see the walkway up there to the churchyard itself. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in England anyway, Pluckley, along with this beautiful walk out there. I don't know if you ever watched Darling Buds of May, but a lot of it was filmed around here, and you often see them going to church, etc., and walking up this alleyway. Quite stunning, it really is. But let's take a walk up. Beautiful little cottages lying on the walkway up. There's about 3 entrances, I think, to this churchyard itself, but it's probably the most recognisable anyway. Take a look around this beautiful cottage here, corner house. Look at that. That's stunning. Another little house set back there. Delightful. So let's go and take a look. I think what we'll do first is we'll see if we can get in the church itself and have a little look around. A beautiful place there. I assume it probably was a vicarage at one point in time. So just swing around the churchyard itself. A beautiful, lovely day in August. Pan up, look at the spire itself. Beautiful. Right, let's have a little walkie poos. Let's say that's the other entrance from the road. Directly. Some lovely little cottages along the road, or along the lane here. Opens up into quite a large churchyard, very well maintained. Beautiful holly bush there, one of my favourites. I do love a holly tree. Let's say a really stunning graveyard. The church is open, so we're going to take a look, and I'm hoping it'll be quiet and nobody in there. I know my twin brother Journeyman, who's been here quite a few times. He's never actually been in because he does night explores, and as I say, I'll put a link to his channel so you can have a look at what he does. There's some really great videos, night explores, paranormal, and yeah, he does get a lot of stuff on there. But as I say, he has been in before, but it's only really on the outside at night. Again, they've been good videos, but let's take a look inside. It's beautiful porchway leading up to this lovely English oak ceiling. Beautiful, beautiful door. The size of that. Oh wow, we're lucky. It appears to be empty today. That's fabulous. As I say, I've been trying to get this church for a very long time. I've been unable to because I didn't think it was open. I spoke to someone recently, they said yeah, it is open most days, so you can certainly come and visit anyway. So anyway, this is the rear of the church, and look at the font there, which is absolutely glorious, and there's actually some inlay colours there, which is very rare on a font. It directly leads up to a glorious stained glass window. Hope you see the coloration there, but yeah, it's quite delightful. We just pan around the back of the church. Not sure what the there's patchwork up on the wall there, but as I say, not a lot going on at the back of church. But there is a little kind of area here which tells you, well, it's St Nicholas Church actually in Pluckley. I suppose you should put that in straight away, but this gives you a bit of a rundown of the church history, how it appeared in the Domesday Book. Goes back from over 1,000 years. So really, this little area gives you a full understanding of the church and Pluckley. So please, come along and have a look and read up on what was here in the past. But as I say, we're here just to have a look around the church itself and the churchyard in the area, and just get you to have a look at Pluckley village itself, which is glorious. Anywho, this is the main aisle, but we'll come to that image. I think what we'll do is we'll go down this smaller aisle here, which could be the ladies' chapel at the end, but as I say, it's a beautiful little floor here. Like, it's all original stone. Can't see any interments. The actual floor is kind of bowing upwards in the middle, so it's definitely got some movement here anyway. But I suppose the church's over 1,000 years old, you're going to get some movement, aren't you? But it's still very solid, and the pews here are gorgeous. They really are. As I say, I assume quite original to the building. Lovely kind of a rood screen there, but it's all open. It's not very much fretwork or anything there, but it's beautiful. Got some coloration in it as well. So we'll go through to the ladies' chapel itself, if indeed that's what it is. But that's delightful, isn't it? There you've got some inlay woodwork there with chairs built in to it. Oh no, there are interments here actually, like at the bottom. I'll have to put those in a minute. But let's have a look here first. Then you've got the altar. And there's an embroidered blanket behind as well, which again is very unusual. Let's have a quick look what it says. Oh, it's all religious themes. My peace, I love you. God so loved the world. He has shown kindness. So it's a beautiful inlay there. I mean, someone's taken a long time to create that. And that's obviously the fruit of the Spirit. It's actually writing all the way around the edge of it. That's really cool, actually. Anyway, just pan up here above that embroidered blanket. You can see there's coat of arms there with, again, writing. I assume people have passed away. I haven't quite seen anything like that before, so that's really lovely. Again, definitely worth coming along and taking a look. Window only at the top section, just the inlays there at the top. We see some beautiful stained glass, quite delightful. We look from the back end here, from the altar down through the ladies' chapel and up the aisle. It's beautiful, really lovely. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a little look at these interments, weren't we? There is a few here, as I say, and they've still got the brasses inlaid into them. They generally pull them up because they get worn away and put on the wall, but these are still very much in place. As you can see, a knight and a lady. And there are some more under the reed carpet. I'm just going to pull this up for a minute to have a look. Let me come down here. Oh, I can't go too far there. But it looks, here they have the body of, I can't really make that out, but it's 1562 anyway, so not old, but definitely fairly old, nevertheless, 14th century. And so there's quite a few here actually, interments under this little reed carpet, but, so yeah, indeed, they did have interments here. But I dare say the little museum at the back there, museum, whatever, the gallery just shows you what's been going on in Pluckley over the millennia. I mean, that'll probably tell you who's here anyway. And there's some more here, actually, just noticed. As you can see, again, the brasswork's still in place. It's a bit like Old English, so a bit difficult to interpret, but I say very much still in place and very beautiful. One here that's can make it out. It's actually bold. It's protruding from the stone itself. And again, I think it's a knight. It's worn slightly, but very beautiful. Let's let's come back up round here, up this aisle, and then we'll go down the main aisle and just give you a feel for that also. has a lovely feel to this church. Big tapestry up on the wall there, which you don't always see in churches. More like stately homes, but that's lovely, absolutely lovely. Just panning up to the ceiling, which is quite high actually. Again, extremely well done. Beautiful kind of A-frame there on the window, on the ceiling, supporting the roof itself. Big bits of oak timber there. We pan down to the aisle itself, and the floor, as we walk down again, is very uneven. There's a stone here, I note. Not sure where. Let's have a look. Let's turn around and see if we can make out what it says. Mitchell's. Not sure. I'm not sure. It says something about smoke. It might just be a hatch of some description. Nothing special at all, but hey. But the floor is delightful. Look at it. Block paving. It's all hickledy-pickledy and giving up and going down. Oh, there's a lot more interments here actually. Very difficult to make out. So it looks like they've built the stairs and the pulpit on top of the graves. Again, some beautiful old pews here, beautifully carved. Always a better root screen that side, look, you can see. A lot more intricate, beautiful. The organ, however, looks fairly new, certainly not too old. So I'm not sure what happened to the original organ, whether it had one at all. But to say, that's far from original, for sure. So you come round to the main altar. Beautiful spire flowers there in the corner, as you can see. Quite lovely. Little bay here, which I assume would have had candles, etc. in the past to light the church. Lovely panelling at the back of the altar itself. Sort of pan up a bit. As you can see, very lovely. You can just see the sun casting beautiful shadows for the stained glass window. Another little cornice there in the wall, which is quite beautiful. So if we step back slightly and pan up to the main window, see if we can get a feel for that. Again, the colours may be a little bit hard to make out, but trust me, that's beautiful coloration. Such a beautiful, beautiful window. It's got such a lovely feel to this church. As you can see, just pan around a little bit just to see the church. So yeah, that was that lovely church that I've been waiting for a while to get into in Pluckley. So it's quite close to home anyway, but it's one of the most haunted ones in the country, so it's always of interest to come along and have a look. But I think we'll take a little look around the churchyard as well while here in the surrounding area, just so you get a feel for Pluckley itself, which is a quaint little village. But as I say, if you've ever watched Darling Buds of May, you'll get a feel for what's here, and it really hasn't changed. Funny enough, I was just watching it the other day, just out of interest to see what it's like, this church on that, and yes, it's strange to see it, but it hasn't changed. There's some beautiful trees all around the churchyard. Absolutely adorable. And so there's a lovely little walk down there to another gate leading out of the church itself. But we'll come round this way because I want to go round to what looks like the main gate, which is quite unusual. I wouldn't expect it to be where it is, but we'll have a look round. But if you get a feel for this church anyway, it's just stunning. It's delightful. Little graves around the periphery of the church itself, which could have been past priests, etc. They normally bury really close to the church walls itself. But it's got an unusual little shape to it, little outcrops on the church. It's that bird singing. Such a lovely day, and you've got the birds singing away. Such a delightful place to be on a beautiful, calm, sunny day. Puts life into perspective. Also some flowers over there on that one. We'll have a little walk. I do love walking around churchyards. Yeah, someone put some fresh flowers there. No, I like they're artificial actually, so but they're still very pretty, very pretty. I see people still looking after graves after all these years. So let's we'll follow around here. Just be quiet for a minute so hear the birds singing. So leading around to the periphery of the churchyard, it's looks like open land. There's an orchard over there with apples. Looking very good actually. They're going red nicely. Well, as I say, what are we on the 11th, 12th of August, so yeah, it shouldn't be too far away from apples, I suppose. It's September. There's a larger graveyard here, all enclosed. So it's obviously a family plot of some description. There's actually access over there. Maybe I'll go and have a look, see what that is. Let's say just a little walk around the churchyard itself. And so it's quite a large graveyard. No new interments, I don't think. I think they're all relatively old. It sure is beautiful, especially on a day like this. But we'll have a quick look in this section here anyway, just interest. Oh, and there's a side view of the church as well. Delightful, absolutely delightful. Right, let's have a look in here anyway and see who is interred here if we can. That's a big old vault, so I'd imagine there's a few interred in there. There's actually no writing on the vault at all, so it doesn't actually tell you who's here. It's unusual. Let me just make sure. It looks like red granite as well, so it's a heavy old lump. Ah, hold on, there we go. What have we got here? The Derrin. Do you know what? I can't make that out. All I can see is the Derrin, whether that has any. The Derrin family crypt. Sorry, yeah, it took me a little while to work that out. It's like Old English, but it's definitely the Derrin, D-E-R-I-N-G family crypt. So that's who it is, the Derrin family. Over here, that's Mountjoy, Lady Mountjoy in this one here. So I don't know why. Who's this one? Derrin. There's another Derrin. So I think it's obviously got to do with the Derrin family. So whether Mountjoy was another name, I don't know. But yeah, this is definitely the Derrin family plot, no doubt about it. Or Derrins. Maybe I'll have a look up and see if I can find out who they were in relation to Pluckley. Probably local landowners or barons or whatever the case may be. Anyway, I was going to show you this row of trees here. I noticed the other day when we came down, I came down with Nicola. It looked quite beautiful. They're all in a line. Oh, we can't really make them out there. But there's a line of, you can call it a line anyway. There's four or five trees all in a row. Sorry, I don't have the cameras up to see that. But yeah, it's just a nice line of trees through the graveyard, which I thought was really pretty. And if we have a walk up here, actually, try and avoid the graves. I certainly don't want to disrespect anybody walking over the graves, but there's a little gate up here. Small little pathway, as you can see. And look at that little porchway there. That's beautiful, isn't it? So we'll just go through, and the green churchyard. So I'm not sure why that would have been the main entrance. There's a small circle here. I assume they may have had ashes spread here. There's a few graves over there. I think you can make out. We'll have a quick look while we're here. They actually look like newish interments. Have a quick look in a minute. Yeah, that's 2022, David Michael Cave, Loving Husband, and these ones here, the soil's still raised slightly, so one would assume they're fairly new interments, but we'll have a little looky poos. No, it's 2021. Looks like Marian Ann Waltonbury, aged 83. So not ever since, but this one's definitely raised a bit more. Let me see what we can see down here. Yeah, 2024. So Eileen Grace English died at 85 years old, October 23rd October 2024. So yeah, that's the newest one here. I'm not sure why there's no gravestones on these ones as of yet, but yeah, there's a couple of new interments anyway, newish, so obviously potentially burying just outside the churchyard wall. And this is kind of a rough area here, so I can only assume it's maybe spreading ashes. Not too sure. But yeah, around us anyway, there's quite a lot of fields, etc. So it does present some nice walks, which on a day like this is glorious. But yeah, it's a beautiful place to behold. Here we go. How can you beat a day like this walking through a churchyard? And it's so peaceful. Lovely. It's like a weeping willow up there. Got some lovely trees around the periphery of the churchyard. Oh, we've got some here. Graves that didn't look as old. Oh, it's 2013, so yeah, they're still having the odd one look like in the churchyard. It certainly is a beautiful place to be laid to rest. So, Pluckley Village. Not a lot of it, but a lovely, lovely little place. It's delightful windows, look. Lovely. Absolutely glorious. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the look around of the churchyard and village as it is. I suppose as I walk down here, I'll just show you just what's in the village itself. Really, you got a pub, you got a post office. Looks like you got butchers. Yeah, and that's really it. That's Pluckley Village. But who wouldn't love to be here? As I say, I live in Lennon Village, so it's only down the road, and that's beautiful in its own. But it's got such a nice feel to it. Nice pub and garden here as well, which I will be coming to very shortly. But yeah, so as I say, that is Pluckley Village. Apart from a little primary school over the road and a few little cottages, and that's it. But Absolutely glorious place. Oh, quick shot up there while we're here. See, a little row of cottages and the church spire. Quintessentially English. But hey, anyway, I'd like to wish you a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. As I say, I'll keep saying I'm going to keep doing more of these, but one thing I know, we kind of get tied up, but I was determined to come out and do this one at the very least. But I look forward to seeing you on the next one, which hopefully won't be too long. Wish you a lovely day. See you again. Goodbye.